Ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome to Unit Lost. I am Stylosa, and this is the very first of a potential new series. This, ladies and gentlemen, is Pro OverAnalyzed. And the reason why I want to do this is because this play by Rascal, who is a very high-end player. I'll explain who these teams are in a second, but the reason why I want to make this video is because Rascal is an extremely high-end player, and you will notice that he is playing Sombra on attack on King's Row. Now, typically, when pros play Sombra, it results in a massive load of capitulation and nothing happens. However, this game is a bit different. But before we go into this game, I'd like to say that this is actually from OGN, and it's from their Apex. I'm going to write this on the screen. How absolutely high quality is this? Apex Season 2, which is essentially the best Overwatch competition that you can be a part of right now. So that's in case you guys don't actually follow the Overwatch competitive scene, which I actually do quite a lot. So the teams we've got is Condu Panthera. These guys are pretty much the best, if not the top one or top two team in the world. Like maybe Envy, probably maybe the best team in the world still, but Condu Panthera are a pretty good team. Flash Lux, on the other hand, they're not. I mean, to use a comparison between the, I guess the English Premier League, if any of you guys follow soccer or football, these guys would be like your Arsenal, your Manchester United, your Liverpool, and these guys would be like your Hull City, your Southampton kind of teams. They're not high tier, they're sort of low tier. So this is very much a very high team versus a not a terrible team, obviously, because they're in this competition, but Flash Lux are not the best. All right, so what we're going to do is play this, and we're going to go through this in typical overanalyzed style, because this is very interesting, and we're going to be looking at Rascal for most of this game, and luckily the commentators actually spend most of the time on Rascal for obvious reasons, because he's playing Sombra. So what we're going to look at here is this move. Let's play a little bit. Okay, so we're going to look at this, right? He's just, we'll let him teleport, because I know he's about to go up there, because I watched this live. It was beautiful. Right, okay, so he's just teleported up to this high ground. This move here is extremely interesting, because I remember when I played Sombra for the first time in the world, like I was the first idiot to get to play Sombra outside of Blizzard, and I remember Tim Ford was sitting next to me, and he said to me, you should be using the translocator defensively, so put it in a position where you want to escape, so maybe hack a health pack, put the translocator down, run in Invis, harass them, try and do something, and then teleport out. You'll notice, though, that Rascal, well, he's just ultra aggressive all of the time with this. And he manages to kill Soldier 76 there in a duel when he had, well, it wasn't even a duel, it was a 2v1 because Lucio was there healing him. So what the hell actually happened there? This is, I mean, to me, this kind of highlights exactly what the issue is, right? Is this Sombra or is this Rascal that has just killed Vale, right? Is it Vale's poor play that's resulted in Vale getting killed by Sombra? Or is it the fact Soldier has been jumped by Sombra? Well, I can tell you right now, Soldier beats Sombra 99% of the times in a 1v1 duel. Why he didn't kill Sombra here is, I don't honestly know. Maybe he didn't have his Helix rocket ready to fire, and that resulted in him, well, becoming scared for some reason and running away. He also didn't put his heal station down. Maybe it was on cooldown, I don't know, but it was pretty much the start of the fight, so I doubt that he should have had it. So this is an example of not really Sombra killing him, but Soldier being absolutely terrible. So before we all go away and start going, oh yeah, this is the way to play Sombra, that was poor play off Vale. So Sombra keeps moving through, or Rascal does. He grabs the health pack. He's gone in Viz. He took a bit of damage. You'll notice his team are being killed, and he's dead. So actually nothing really happened as a result of that. He did kill the Soldier, which was, well, pretty amazing, to be honest. That Soldier should not have died. But this is going to be a common theme throughout this video. When you take Sombra, you commit to having less damage on your team, but you have got a hero with a fantastic ultimate, probably one of the best initiation ultimates in the game. But if you can't follow up the DPS once Sombra does her thing, whether that's hacking people like this or using the EMP, then you're going to suffer. So what we've just watched here is a pretty fantastic move. So first of all, he translocated onto the high ground. Notice Soldier was up there. Soldier dropped his heal station, so he then drops back down and notices Reinhardt here. You could argue Reinhardt is actually kind of out of position here. He's quite far forward, although you could say his positioning is okay. Sombra, however, is suddenly behind him and hacks him. That just kills him. Like, Reinhardt is dead, and you will notice throughout this entire video, Sombra just destroys Reinhardt. Like in a lot of ways, like Reinhardt just becomes completely pointless. So he's shut down there, he's killed. But if you look at the kill feed, it's still 1-to-1, right? It's not just a complete whitewash. We've got Sombra going onto the Soldier again. She needs to run away because she's pretty low. She goes in Viz. Now, one thing to notice here is that Soldier player, this kind of shows the level of, I don't know, the difference in the player's ability, right? Because this Veil guy should have realized that Sombra was heavily damaged and was probably going to go for the health pack, so should have looped back in here and anticipated this, but he doesn't, as you'll see, and Sombra actually manages to hack this health station and then start healing herself and, crucially, building ultimate charge. Because remember, when Sombra hacks a health station, anybody who uses it to heal themselves, she gets ultimate charge. So she's back on the rampage again, and straight through these guys here, because you don't want to attack them, because look what's about to happen. We've got 96% on our ultimate here. This means we're going to go down here and we're going to drop our ultimate, and that's exactly what Rascal does. It's what you'd expect him to do, because it's going to completely break open the defense. But before he uses this, he's about to use it just now, there is a major crucial point I need to make again about Sombra, and this just goes back to why Sombra is generally seen as being a fairly weak hero overall. This is because she relies on the team working together in a fantastic way, which is fine for Korean pro gamers playing at the very highest level of Overwatch. They're all going to be talking to each other on voice comms. We both know when you play Sombra on ladder, or if you play on ladder just any hero, it doesn't matter, you're not always going to get people who use the microphone. You know, I've played with top 500 players who don't even speak. It's like, what? You know, what is going on? So across the entire ladder, you will get people who don't speak. The problem with Sombra is if you don't speak, then you do not, well, you can't really Sombra. So Sombra's obviously on the voice comms here. I'm going to draw an amazing headset. There you go. Hello, I'm going to use my EMP. And the team are like, yep, we're ready for the EMP. EMP when you can. So Sombra goes in and EMPs, and then the team is going to engage. So this is what happens. Let's go. Sombra goes in. Massive EMP. Shuts down a Reinhardt. Absolutely beautiful. They use Nano Boost on their Reinhardt. He comes steaming in. He gets 2 kills, and it's all looking snazzy. It looks like everything's done, right? It's all said and done. But hang on, actually is it? Because 2 kills have come back in for the red team. Reinhardt goes in deep charge and he can't be healed, but he does get the kill on Aurora, which is actually pretty strong. Sombra is still alive. Sombra is still alive, managed to kill the Ana. But what I'm trying to say with Sombra is she's not actually applying that much damage in this fight. Yes, she was the initiation, right? But look, the team are still getting ripped apart. These are the times that you honestly have to ask yourself. I mean, look at this, right? Look at that there. Tried to kill that Zarya, but couldn't and had to move. But that Zarya basically had no health. These are the times that you've got to ask yourself, is it worth taking Sombra? Like, if this was just if this was McCree or somebody, would it have been able to just get kills? Probably. But would it have had the initiation of the MP? No. Again, not. So, what's happening here is we've got what looks to be the killing blow from the Soldier player, but it's not. I know this is more focused on Sombra this video, but this is bad play off this Soldier. Very, very bad play off Waka Waka, because he shouldn't be here ultimating. Like, this close into the team fight, he could afford to be a bit further back, and he pays for this in a big way, because he comes in with a tac visor, he gets hit with the Earth Shatter, and he gets killed by the enemy tac visor, and pretty much the push is done. So even though we had a very good initiation from Sombra, it still didn't work. Like, it just didn't really work. You know, I'm not saying that's particularly Sombra's problem. Probably was a problem with the follow-up of the team. But you have to ask, what is Sombra's, like, input after the EMP? I mean, was there any input? Yeah, she got a kill, but that was probably like a kill on Ana when she was almost dead. Who knows? All right, so we're going invis again here. We're still harassing the Soldier, which is pretty good. And the Soldier, I mean, look at him. He's just spraying randomly trying to hit the Sombra, which, to be fair, if he did hit the Sombra, that would be pretty good, especially with Rodog in there. But you'll notice something absolutely fantastic here. Look at the ultimate meter. It is almost back up again. The last fight, EMP was used, and it is back up again. This shows you how fast, how rapid EMP is. So you can pretty much go straight in and EMP the enemy again. And look at their ultimates. They don't have any ultimates, because they know in the last fight they used Reinhardt, they used Tac Visor, and they may have even used Nano Boost as well. So basically, you've got the ultimate advantage all the time, kind of, with Sombra. So I think that was a cheeky hack, or I don't think it managed to actually go through. No. So again, he's moving around into the position where he's behind them. He's getting ready to go in. We've just watched this move, so we're going to watch it play out again. Remember, team communication is key. Jumps down, actually hacks the Reinhardt there, just with a standard hack, which is really, really strong. In fact, no, I don't think he does EMP. No, he doesn't. My mistake. That actually, you know what? We're going to rewind this, because that is an extremely good point to show there. So, let's rewind this a little bit. Rewind it. Rewind, damn you. Rewind, damn you. Come on, come on, come on. Okay, back there. So I was like saying, oh, it's going to be EMP, but it actually wasn't the EMP. Now this, again, highlights awesome communication and really good individual player skill. Because if you notice what's happening here, there's only really Reinhardt, right? There are support there. I think that's their Ana player over there. But we've got pretty much all of Kongdu Panthera standing there. Sombra jumps out the window, realises it's just him on his own, and hacks him. Without his barrier, he doesn't have a 2000 HP wall he can put in front of this team doing damage. So his barrier's gone, and they kill him, and they save the EMP. That's actually really good use and really good skill off the entire team. I mean, they did use sound barrier, and they did use Black Hole, but, you know, at least they've still got the EMP. I guess they just wanted to try and secure because, you know, this is, as I say, a very high-level game. You don't want to, you know, take risks, I guess. So pushing again onto the Soldier, which, like, this really is... This shouldn't really be happening. This Soldier should be punishing, like, absolutely punishing the Sombra, but... Again, there's probably a very evident skill gap there between those two players. I mean, I know if I was the Soldier and Sombra was jumping me, I mean, it wouldn't be that hard to put damage into it, especially when you've got the heal station. So we're going to jump forward a bit now, and we're close to the second point here, and we've still got this EMP, and this is still the same EMP after the last fight, because basically they just pushed the payload through the Streets phase, which generally does happen with the pro games. So again, you'll notice what he's doing. He's being very, very aggressive. Now, this is probably considered to be suicidal. I mean, that's a nice EMP because it's going to open the attack. And again, like I said, this is considered to be very suicidal because it's ultra aggressive play with Sombra. But look what's just happened here, right? Rascal's got 42 HP. He's dropped the EMP, which is great. We've got the engage. Flash looks are fairly damaged. Looks like Lucio's about to die unless he drops the beat. But look at this. Rascal's got 42 health. Rascal has just been bubbled as he has been hooked by Hog. Rascal would be dead if not for the skill of Evermore keeping him alive. So even though the EMP went in, right, Rascal would be dead, right, if Evermore was not there with the skill. So just imagine if Rascal had died now. What happens now? Who dies next? Let's have a look. So... well, we lose our Ana. We still get a few more kills, so we actually secure the fight. And actually, that was a pretty good kill from Rascal there, taking advantage of the fact he was still alive. But this is what I'm trying to stress throughout this entire video. It's not just, oh, it's amazing Sombra play. Sombra is really opening up, because I think at this point, the casters are like, wow, this is Sombra's hard carrying the game. And I'm watching it like, what? Sombra isn't hard carrying the game. In fact, the rest of the team are having to hard carry because they've got a Sombra. But Sombra is being effective, and Sombra's being annoying with her ultimate and with a hack. So this position here is a beautiful position. I didn't actually realize this, but Sombra's got the range here to hack a Reinhardt. So if you're in this position here with Sombra, this is going to be like a staple position for Sombra to go in on the attack, because you can hack everybody on the low ground. That means Reinhardt cannot stand anywhere around here because he's going to get hacked, and that is absolutely huge. Like, I can't explain how huge that is. That is ridiculous. That is just insane. All right, so we're going to play, and you're going to watch this happen, because it's quite disgusting when it does happen, and it just highlights, look at that. So the Reinhardt pushes forward, and he's thinking, oh yeah, it's all cool, it's fine. But no, hang on a minute, Sombra is above me, and she's just hacked me, and I'm dead. So that's not great. This, again, is kind of lucky. Quick reactions there. Again, good player, so you'd expect that kind of thing. We've got the black hole going in. Like this now, like what is Sombra doing in this now? The black hole has been committed. The enemy have used sound barrier. Evermore is dead, so that's particularly not the best ultimate off the Zarya player. And their soldiers come through with a tap visor to sort of clean this up. So a bit of a failed push. But even when the grab went in, Sombra can't really contribute to that. She can do a bit of damage, but it's not much. Like, Sombra doesn't do a lot of damage. That's the problem with Sombra. But it's obvious that Blizzard don't want them to be used like that. I mean, that was really nice there, the way he got out of the fight, but he didn't actually do anything. Like, he was just there, and then he disappeared. And this is sort of the issue with Sombra. And I hope that I'm kind of explaining this well in this video, because I wanted to make a detailed video on Sombra, and I thought, after watching this being played to this caliber in this game, it made sense to look at this and sort of go over it in detail and break it down, because it's better play than I could ever like pull off with Sombra. And it shows you, like, in a ultra coordinated team environment, how she can be powerful, but also how she can be not that powerful as well. So we're on board with Vale, and Vale's trying to do a bit of damage here into the Reinhardt barrier, and we're starting to get a pretty slow push coming in from Kongdu. But you'll notice that they've got 3 ultimates ready to go, and they've got EMP again, so they're going to be looking to EMP. Sombra's in, she's doing a bit of damage. She jumps out because she doesn't want to be there with a Roadhog. That's going to be bad. But she needs to get rid of that Reinhardt barrier, right? So she's going to try and get the high ground again and try and hack that, or at least that's what she should be trying to do as they push forward. Maybe just go straight in with an EMP as well. Yeah, so it's going to grab the high ground, which seems to be a very powerful position. From here, you can pretty much hack who you like and do whatever you like. So, you see, like, not really much is happening, right? That's a good hack there, possibly on... I think the hack was pulled off. Yeah, I think the Reinhardt got hacked, so that was pretty good. But you see, through all of that, like, it was okay, but nothing really happened. The hack was fine at the end, and that was great. But I can't help but feel against a better team, you know, if they were playing against an Envious or, you know, a Rogue or a Lunatic High or something like that, I don't think they would be able to do this, because they would lack the damage. But they are still managing to pull it off against Flash Lux. Well, I say pull it off, it's stalled, hasn't it, now? Like, it doesn't feel as fluid, as rapid as it was before, because we're sort of grinding towards the end, and this is sort of where DPS plays more of a part, you get what I'm saying? Also, there is a bit of lag in this video footage. I don't know why, it's just whatever the hell was going on at OGN at the time, which was not great. So we're going to be coming into the final attack now, and we've got Rascal with an EMP, so he's going to be looking to use this to break open the attack. You've got to remember what EMP can do as well. It removes barriers, and it stops ability usage, but the removal of barriers is the best thing because it will remove shields as well. So it removes Zarya's health, it will remove Zenyatta's shields, and it will get rid of Lucio. So I'm just going to pause it. Well, it won't get rid of Lucio, but it gets rid of his ultimate. So if Lucio ults, let me just take a drink. I'm destroying my voice. Oh my god. Oh yeah. I'm actually, for any American fans out there, I'm actually drinking Arizona fruit punch. I managed to find a place in the UK that sells it. I love this stuff. It's so nice. Anyway, yeah, so Rascal, he's in this position, and he could be saving it to use to counter a Lucio sound barrier, but he's not going to know that Lucio's got his sound barrier. I mean, he might do, because they probably time these things. In fact, I'd imagine they do, the pros would time these kind of things, or at least somebody on their team would. The thing is, though, this is such a massively juicy target here to EMP. You're going to hit 4 people with the EMP. The main target, obviously, is a Reinhardt. Shutting down a Roadhog as well would be super strong. And he's just going to go straight in at this point and crack his EMP. And this will open up the way for the team to attack. So the EMP goes in. This gets rid of the barrier. It lets Reinhardt Earth Shatter. Oh, no, he actually hasn't. That was the enemy Reinhardt Earth Shatter there. So it's a little bit messy still. They've Gravitoned. Not a great Graviton. The Earth Shatter comes in actually to counter that, which is super strong. They didn't really have anything to follow up with the grab you see there. It was a bit weird why they grabbed. I mean, I guess it was desperation. And then we're kind of seeing the cleanup crew here, which I guess is sort of like to be expected. They've wiped out the enemy team, and that's kind of pretty much it. So we're going to pause it now because that's the end of the match now, because they pretty much go through and secure the point. So let's just jump back and watch some footage while I kind of go over what we've just seen, because this video, I mean, that should never have happened there. That is just ridiculous. This shows why Sombra is very strong, but it also shows why Sombra is very weak. Sombra's EMP is phenomenal. Sombra's hack is very powerful. The problem is, though, it depends on a lot of team coordination, and you're just not going to get that on the ladder. It also depends on your other DPS really pulling their weight, because if Waka Waka wasn't playing very good, then Sombra would... You just can't play Sombra, because you need somebody to sort of pick up the DPS slack that Sombra's not putting in the work. Now, sure, Sombra's got a very detailed kit, a very interesting kit, and it works in interesting ways, like shutting down barriers, a great initiate, the invis, you can sort of jump people, and all kinds of stuff. So she is a very interesting character. But I think, like, I don't know, this video just shows why she's great and why she isn't great. And it also shows that why when you go into a game and somebody selects Sombra, people are like, oh my god, not Sombra. Sombra can work, but she requires like a level of communication you're not going to find in every game. I mean, like I said at the start of this video, I've played in a lot of games with various levels of players, top 500 players, and all of that stuff. And a lot of them, well, not a lot of them, but some of them won't use their microphone, which is kind of frustrating. So if you're going to use Sombra and you're not going to have any mic, you're going to have any coordination, it's going to be a problem. And even at the pro level, even with the communication, you can see how she's kind of still very difficult to make work. Ladies and gentlemen, let me know what you think about this in the comments below. I am absolutely choking to death. I don't know what's going on with me. Let me know what you think about this in the comments below. This has been the first of what could potentially be a new series of Pro OverAnalyzed, where we look at pro games and we talk about what they're doing. Because this, I don't think, is the start of Sombra on the ladder and Sombra's in the game. I think this shows you how Sombra can be used, but it also actually shows her weaknesses as well. Anyway, guys, I've been Stylosa. This is Unit Lost. I hope you enjoyed this video. Do comment below what you think about this format. Let me know. I love listening to feedback from you guys. It's awesome. Remember, you can follow me on Twitter as well, which is @UnitLostGaming. And do send me feedback over Twitter as well, because I will catch that as well. And yeah, I'll catch you on the next one, guys. Toodaloo.